morning, everyone. You're tuned in to Blue Mountain Morning on this absolutely gorgeous Tuesday, February 11th.
And what a perfect morning it is to pause, take a breath, and start our day together. I'm Mark.
And I'm Alex.
Oh my gosh, Mark, the sunrise today is it's doing things to my soul.
That's why we're here, to help everyone find those little moments of clarity and connection as we start our day.
Let's dive into this morning together, shall we?
Our top news story this morning comes from New York City, where the U.S. Justice Department has made a rather surprising move regarding Mayor Eric Adams.
Oh my gosh, Mark, this is huge. They're actually dropping the whole corruption case against him.
That's right. The acting Deputy Attorney General, who was appointed by President Trump, has ordered federal prosecutors to drop their corruption investigation into Mayor Adams.
And get this, they're saying it's because the investigation was actually getting in the way of Adams dealing with some pretty big issues, right?
Exactly. The official statement specifically mentioned that the indictment was restricting the mayor's ability to address two major challenges facing the city: illegal immigration and violent crime.
I mean, talk about a plot twist. One day you're under investigation, the next day you're not?
It's certainly an unusual development in what's been a complex situation for New York City's governance. This decision will have significant implications for how the city moves forward in addressing these pressing issues. You know, Alex, there's a fascinating shift happening in our education system right now, and it's all centered around AI tools like ChatGPT making their way into classrooms.
Oh my God, Mark, I heard about this. My cousin's a teacher, and she literally caught a kid trying to pass off an AI-written essay about The Great Gatsby as their own. But, it was weirdly good.
That's exactly the kind of challenge educators are grappling with. On one hand, we have this incredibly powerful tool that can write, analyze, and explain complex concepts, but it's forcing us to completely rethink how we assess student learning.
Wait, so are teachers just fighting a losing battle here? How do you even grade papers anymore?
Actually, many schools are taking a really innovative approach. Instead of trying to ban these tools, they're incorporating them into the curriculum. Think of it like teaching students to use calculators. It's not about preventing their use, but understanding how to use them effectively.
So you're telling me the robots aren't taking over, they're just joining study group?
Something like that. But here's what's really interesting. Some teachers are now asking students to deliberately use AI tools to generate first drafts and then focus on the critical thinking skills needed to edit, fact-check, and improve upon what the AI produces.
But doesn't that kind of kill creativity? What happens to original thought?
That's actually where the human element becomes more important than ever. Students are learning to develop higher-order thinking skills, evaluating AI outputs, identifying biases, and understanding when to rely on their own judgment.
Oh, like that time I asked ChatGPT about the history of pizza, and it told me it was invented in Chicago in 1943.
Exactly. That's a perfect example of why critical thinking skills are becoming even more crucial. Teachers are now focusing more on teaching students how to verify information, construct logical arguments, and understand the limitations of AI tools.
So it's less about memorizing facts and more about knowing what to do with information?
Precisely. And this shift is happening at all levels of education. Universities are updating their academic integrity policies. Elementary schools are teaching digital literacy, and high schools are introducing new forms of assessment that test understanding rather than just knowledge retention.
Oh my God, it's like we're teaching kids to be AI wranglers, little digital cowboys.
Ha! Well, that's one way to put it. But what's truly exciting is how this technology could help personalize education. AI can adapt to different learning styles and speeds, giving students more individualized attention while freeing up teachers to focus on mentoring and complex problem solving. You know, all this talk about AI in education reminds me of something really important. It's not just about the technology. It's about finding that sweet spot between embracing progress and staying true to our human nature.
Oh, like how I still write birthday cards by hand, even though I could just send a text? There's just something about that personal touch, right?
Exactly. And here's a practical tip for our listeners. Try setting aside tech-free thinking time each day. Even just 15 minutes where you puzzle through a problem without reaching for Google or ChatGPT.
But Mark, what if I need to know right now how many spotted owls live in Oregon?
That's actually a perfect example. Sometimes the value isn't in getting the immediate answer, but in learning how to think through questions and develop our own analytical skills.
So it's like working out your brain muscles?
You've got it. And here's another suggestion. When you're learning something new, try explaining it to someone else without relying on AI summaries. It's amazing how this simple practice can deepen your understanding and maintain those crucial critical thinking skills.
Oh, like how I explain cryptocurrency to my grandma. Though I'm pretty sure I just confused her more.
That's still valuable practice. Remember, folks, technology should enhance our human connections and capabilities, not replace them. Watching the sunrise this morning, I noticed how the early light filters through the trees. Some beams shine straight through while others create intricate patterns of shadow and light.
Ooh, I love where this is going. Nature metaphors are my jam.
It reminds me of how we interact with technology. Like those trees, we need to find the right balance, letting in the helpful innovations while maintaining our natural rhythms and patterns.
It's like we're all little trees in the forest of progress. Some of us are reaching for the sky while others are just trying not to get too much artificial light.
Exactly. Just as a forest needs both sunlight and shade to thrive, we need both technological advancement and moments of pure human connection. Remember that as you move through your day.
That's actually really beautiful, Mark. Even I'm feeling zen right now.
Well, friends, that brings us to the end of another Blue Mountain morning. Thank you for sharing this peaceful moment with us.
Oh my gosh, yes. Thank you all for being part of our little morning family. We're all like little saplings growing stronger every day.
We'll be back tomorrow with more insights to help you start your day with clarity and purpose.
Same time, same mountain. Feel free to bring a friend. And remember, every morning is a fresh start, even if you accidentally set your alarm for PM instead of AM like I did yesterday.
Until tomorrow, friends, stay grounded and keep climbing.